Okay, so good evening everyone. Welcome to day 10 of learning Web3 with me. In the previous video, what did we do? We made an NFT. We made our own NFT. It is currently deployed on the Sequoia testnet. And yeah, that was pretty cool. In today's video, we're gonna touch a really important and a major topic in the Web3 world, and it's known as liquidity pools. Now, in today's video, we're not gonna dive deep into a lot of coding or what we made today. We did made something today, but not a major part of it. The major part of today's video will be understanding what is liquidity pool and how exactly does it work. So let me guys show you something. So there's this thing called Uniswap. Okay, Uniswap is a platform where you can swap tokens. What are tokens? Ethereum, Bitcoin, blah 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 bullshit. Okay, and yeah, you can swap one token in return of another form of token. So like if you give this amount of Ethereum, then you can get what you can get. Do we have Bitcoin? BTC. Let's take this one. So yeah, suppose for 24 USDC, how much Bitcoin could I get? So that's what Uniswap is basically for. Uniswap has its own liquidity pool, which contains all these tokens. Okay, and it has its own algorithm. Its liquidity pool has its own algorithm, which decides what will be the price of this particular token and how much can you get in return for this much amount of this token. Okay. So it all started with, by the way, this is Uniswap version 4. Okay. Uniswap V1 version 1 was a lot simpler. The current one is a lot complex and heavy algorithm. We want to understand the basic of liquidity pools and the fundamentals of it. Okay. So let me try to explain you what liquidity pools are and how do they work. Okay, that's what I learned today, and I'm gonna jargon about it. So liquidity pool is nothing but suppose a container, okay, where all the tokens and the money basically will be stored. Total amount of tokens and money. A bathroom door just opened up wildly automatically. I got scared as fuck. Okay, never mind. So yeah, this is a liquidity pool. It contains a lot of tokens or any amount of money in it. Okay. Now suppose this is empty right now. Okay? Suppose there is this person who has token A. Okay. He decides to put all of his, no, not all of his, but yeah, good amount of tokens of him. Suppose 100A is deposited in the liquidity pool. So now this pool contains 100A. Okay. No, not right now. And there's another person named token B. Okay. He has token B and he will also deposit 100 B in the pool. Okay, so there would be total 100 A plus 100 B. Okay, now this becomes a liquidity pool. Our pool contains 100 token A and 100 token B. So yeah, now what happens in this container is, okay, there's also a term called liquidity. So what liquidity is? Liquidity is basically, let me try to. Liquidity is like how much value this pool contains. Okay, how much value does this pool contain? So suppose each token is worth at $1. Okay, token A is also worth $1 and token B is also worth $1. So suppose So the total liquidity of this pool becomes 100 and 200. So it becomes 10,000. So yeah, the total liquidity of this pool becomes 10,000. Okay. Supposing that both of these tokens value $1. Okay. Now what happens is, suppose this token A guy decides to put uh, 20 more tokens in this pool. Okay. He decides to put 20 more tokens in this pool. Okay. So what will happen is, in return of this 20 token A, he'll get back something. What? He'll get back 20 token B. Okay. Now, how many token B will he get will be decided by an algorithm called AMM. Now, what's AMM is? AMM, also known as automated market maker. Okay. What this does is, it sets the prices of the tokens using an algorithm which is written already, and it decides that how many tokens will this person get if he gives 20 token A's. Okay, so now let's try to calculate it. If he gives 20 A in it and there's already 20, also the main algorithm, that the basic liquidity pools, I'm talking about Uniswap version 1, it works on constant product algorithm. Now what constant product algo is, key x into y should be k. Okay, so thus k is a constant price which should be match the product of x and y. So what k here is, k is the liquidity. Okay, 10,000 is k, so k is equal to 10,000. Okay, this should always be constant. This liquidity can't be changed ever. Okay, so yeah, and x are the token A and y are the token B. So now let's try to put 20 more tokens. Okay, there are already 100 of tokens A in this pool. Now we'll put 20 more tokens in. So we'll put 20, so it will become 128. Okay, now he'll get back how many, we'll come to it later, but if we calculate the liquidity now, it becomes what? It becomes 120 into, so it becomes 12,000, which is not equal to 10,000. So we'll have to balance it. We'll have to give him how much amount of token that can be calculated by formula. So like 120, let me get my calculator. 120 into no wait, out of the whole liquidity we'll divide the token is, so yeah, 83. So we'll minus 100, which is the amount of token B are there in this pool, minus 83.53. Okay, so this person, okay, token A will get, token A will get token A will get how much was it? Yeah, 16.66 on 66 of token B. Okay, cool. Now this will become minus, how was it? 83.33, right? 83.33. Okay. So now the total tokens token A in the pool is 130, and the amount of token B in the pool is 83.33. Now we can see that he gave 20 token A and he got 16 by 66 token B. Why is that? So this algorithm works on demand and supply logic. Okay. The more a token will be sold, the lesser its value will be. Okay. Basic supply and demand. I know I'm not explaining this in the best way I can. You can go to this guy who explained AMM really in a good way. Okay. I'll link this video in the description or comments or caption, anything. Okay, but yeah, it explains it really well. Yeah, I'm talking about this guy, White Gold Crypto. He explained this in a very clear form. Okay, go check it out if you wanna deep dive into it. So yeah, that's what liquidity pool basically is. If we look at what we need today, this is what we need today. There are two tokens, Vandal and Phantom. I play a lot of Valorant, but I've been left it 2 days ago. It was becoming so frustrating. So yeah, there's two tokens named Vandal and Phantom, and we made our own liquidity pool here, which first initializes two addresses with these two tokens. Okay, and then we can provide liquidity to the pool, like we can provide the liquidity pool, how much amount of vendor and how much amount of phantom we have to provide to the pool, and it will be set. Okay. And yeah, we can swap some vendors for some amount of phantom. Okay, this sounds pretty dumb, but bear with me. So yeah, it first check that amount should be greater than zero, then it transfers the vendor from transfers from message.sender, so like who's making this transaction to this liquidity pool. Okay, so first he will give this much amount of vendor to the pool, and then it will calculate that how much phantom should this guy get. This is the core formula of calculating what amount of phantom this person will get. Okay, basically how much token B it will get. This is the exact formula which Uniswap version 1 used in his liquidity pool. Okay, and it will check that if this much amount is even there in the pool. If it's not, then we'll revert an error, not enough liquidity, and then the amount phantom amount that we calculated will be given to this guy. Okay, and then it will increase the amount of vendor in the pool and decrease the amount of phantom in the pool. Same for the swap P for V, swap phantom for vendor, and there are some data functions over here which will tell us the price for phantom and vendor. So yeah, that's what it is for today's video. I hope you learned something, and yeah, we learned about what liquidity pools are. It took me around 1.5 hours to understand what liquidity pools are and how AMM works in this. It was kind of complicated for me because I'm not into a lot of money or maths. I hate maths a lot. Okay, so yeah, that's what we learned today. Stay tuned. We're gonna make in the next 5 days we're gonna make an amazing project in Web3 with a lot of smart contracts, front end, back end, everything. So yeah, stay tuned. Bye bye.